You are a woman who finally found something that worked with GLP-1. Here is the mistake I see all the time. Thinking that GLP-1 solves the problem for good. And that you're back to normal, healthy weight and it's done. And it's not that simple. I'm going to tell you exactly what happens when you stop taking GLP-1 and how to actually solve that problem. A patient of mine, I'll call her Maria. She's a mom just like a lot of you watching this video. She stopped her GLP-1 last year. And a few months later, her weight came back. But here is what that stuck with me. She told me she felt weaker than she did before she ever started. Stick with me because I'm going to tell you exactly what I did about it. Here is something that might surprise you. Two numbers decide who keeps the weight off after stopping. One is about food and other one is about exercise. Almost nobody tells you what they are. I'll give you both before this video ends. I'm Dr. Manisha Ghimire. I'm obesity medicine trained physician. I have treated thousands of women navigating GLP-1 medication, and I have also lived this myself. I struggled with my weight for most of my adult life, especially after having my two kids. 2 years ago, I started GLP-1 and I'm still at the same weight today. More than that, I feel healthier than ever, even after coming off of the GLP-1. I will share all the strategies I use to maintain my health, not just the weight. So let's talk about the mistake I mentioned. So many women think the GLP-1 solves the problem for good. They think they are back to the normal weight, healthy weight, and they are done. But here is what research tells. It is a different story. I want to say one thing. If you're already been through this cycle, gaining weight back after stopping, this is not your fault. It's not because you didn't try hard enough. Keep that in mind as we go because it's going to matter. A large study looked at more than 9,000 people. They had all stopped taking semaglutide or tirzepatide. Those are the two most common GLP-1 medications that we know. On average, people gain back close to 2 pounds a month. Another study followed people for a full year, and it found people gain back 2/3 of their weight they have lost. And that part was not even surprising for me, since we already know that. But here is the part that changes everything. When you lose weight on GLP-1, part of what you lose is muscle. About 40% of muscle and rest 60% is the fat. But here is what the researcher at Pain Medicine found. When the weight comes back, it comes back almost all as fat. Almost no muscle at all. This is exactly what happened to Maria. She got her pounds back, but she didn't really get her strength back or muscle back. She only got the fat back. So think about what that means. You take a medication, you lose weight, you stopped. Some weight comes back. Now you have less muscle and more fat than before you started. And do this again multiple times and it gets worse every time. Doctors even have a name for this. They call a muscle floor. Your body keeps whatever muscle it has left, but almost all the weight you gain back turns into fat. I know that's a lot of biology at once. Here is the short version. Your body protects fat over muscle when it happens. That's not something you did wrong, it's just how your body responds when the medication goes away. So why does the hunger comes back to you? It's simple. GLP-1 medication works like a hormone on your body you already have. Your gut makes a little of this hormone on its own. So when you eat protein or fiber, your gut helps to make it a little bit more. But when you stop the medication, you are left with only the small natural amount. And for most women, that's not enough to keep her hunger in check. And there is a second reason too. It's called your basic metabolic rate. That's just the number of calories your body burns at rest, doing nothing at all. And when you lose muscle, the number goes down. So you burn few calories and you feel hungrier both at the same time. That's why the weight can come back so fast. Have you felt that guilt too? Watching the number creep back up and wondering what you did wrong? Tell me in the comments. I read everyone. And a lot of what I cover next comes straight from what you tell me here. Not every woman regains the same amount though. The research is clear about what makes the difference. One study followed people for 2 years. It compared 4 groups. One did nothing extra, one added exercise, one took similar medication alone, and one combined the medication with exercise. Everyone regained some weight after stopping. Nobody kept it off. But the group that did nothing extra regained the most amount, and that was 17 pounds. And the group that combined medication and exercise regained less than half that. Same medication, same stopping point, very different results. So bottom line, you have to keep exercising even after you come off your medication. Here are the 2 things to remember. 1, protein intake. 2, strength training. Let me explain both in detail. The first is protein. Somewhere between 1.2 and 1.6 gram per kg of your body weight every single day. So, for example, if you weigh around 150 pounds, that's roughly 80 to 105 grams a day. And the second is training, strength training, resistant exercise few times a week. And that doesn't mean a gym membership, even body weight moves at home, bands, dumbbell, whatever you actually have access to, all counts. And what matters is doing it consistently, not the equipment. If this is useful, hit like right now. Especially if you know another woman who is on GLP-1 and who needs to hear this. It genuinely helped the video reach to her. So this is exactly what I do myself. I strength train 3 days a week. I add cardio and yoga a couple of days each. I make protein first thing on my plate every single meal. And I will pretend it's not easy. I won't pretend it is easy every week, especially with 2 kids. If one of those feels harder for you right now, protein or strength, tell me which. That's usually where I focus my next videos. Here is what I told Maria, the patient that I mentioned at the start. The weight coming back wasn't her fault, and it wasn't the end of her progress. We built plan around protein and strength training, the same 2 tips I just gave you. And that's what exactly rebuilt her strength and not just the number on the scale. So if you are on GLP-1 or thinking about stopping one, remember this. The medication was never the whole plan. It's what made the rest of the plan possible. Before you make any decision about stopping, talk to your doctor about the real plan, not just the stop date. So if you remember one thing from this video, remember this. Stopping a GLP-1 isn't the finish line, and gaining some weight back doesn't mean you failed. What you do with protein and strength training after that is actually what decides the outcome. If this video helped you understand your own body a little bit better, please subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. And in the next video, I'm breaking down another side effects almost nobody explains it right. What's really behind that Ozempic phase and what you can do about it. Thank you and see you in the next one.